Oh, hey. Listen, I want to discuss something very important with you here all today. It's Dua Fragrances Euphoric. How does it stand up to the original? Does it get a boo? Or does it get a woo? Welcome everyone to the first edition of The Fragrance Shark. Here I decant out reviews and all things fragrance related. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Now let's do it! Coffee is one of my most favorite things in the whole world. It connects to me more than just a cellular level, just like fragrances do. It's not just a morning caffeinated ritual. There's something that is so soothing and comforting that I get from coffee. It's always there for me and delivers on its promise every single time. It invokes memories of childhood emotions of waking up and smelling coffee that my dad just brewed, late night studying, or just catching up with an old friend. Because of this fond comfort, I have such a huge emotional attachment to the note of coffee, and that's why it's my favorite note in fragrances. Today I'm pouring out a nice cup of Dua Fragrances Euphoric. It's an inspired expression by Kilian's Intoxicated. If you've never heard of Dua Fragrances, they are a house that makes clones of a fragrance, or what they refer to as an inspired expression. They make their version of a high-end or a niche fragrance are hard to obtain at a fraction of the cost. They also make really amazing original blends, which are their original creations. Okay, so let's get into the classification. It's considered a spicy aromatic. The notes are cardamom, nutmeg, cinnamon, coffee, caramel, sugar, and vanilla. The last three notes of the caramel, sugar, and vanilla are not in Intoxicated. They're only in Euphoric. So that's the difference between those two note-wise. Okay, for the opening I get a blast and invigorating coffee with sweet caramel, sugar, and vanilla that borders gourmand territory. This is one of the very best coffee openings I have ever smelled in a fragrance. Okay, so let's talk about the dry down. Towards the dry down, this is where the magic happens. The spicy nutmeg, the cinnamon, and cardamom start shining and help round out that coffee note very smoothly. The caramel, sugar, and vanilla add a nice touch of sweetness. I would also say this is a fairly linear scent on my skin because it doesn't really change much from opening to dry down. I would say this also smells like exactly like a cup of Turkish coffee. A traditional Turkish coffee is used by crushing a cardamom pod and added to the coffee grind, which helps create a more robust, vibrant, and fragrant coffee. Okay, so this is the part where most people are probably wondering, the performance. You know, this could smell amazing, but does it perform? And yes, I get 10 plus hours of longevity. It's a beast on my skin. The protection and sillage are amazing for the first 4 hours. Then it dies down a little bit, but it's still kicking. Don't get me wrong, it's there. I would say this is best worn during the cool weather like fall and winter. This would be way too cloying in the summer heat or even late spring, but obviously a lot of people in climate controlled environments like AC, so use at your own discretion. Okay, so the final verdict. I give Euphoric a 95% likeness to Kilian's Intoxicated. I did a side-by-side skin comparison of the two. I find Euphoric to be sweeter due to its added notes of caramel, sugar, and vanilla. The coffee note is also amped up a lot more than Intoxicated. I find Intoxicated to be incredibly smooth and well-blended fragrance. It's sweet, but it comes off a lot spicier because the spices don't have to contend with the sweeter notes. The performance of Euphoric by far outshines Intoxicated. Even though I still find Intoxicated to work really well on my skin, I get probably 6-7 hours. All in all, I'm going to say Dua did an amazing job with this fragrance. It's one of my favorite fragrances from Dua today. Please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. In the comments, let me know, have you ever smelled either one of these fragrances? Or what's your thoughts on them? What's your favorite coffee? Thank you all for watching and staying caffeinated with the Fragrance Shark. Euphoric. And the notes are cardamom. I have no clue what that is. I guess it's a mom wearing a cardigan.